G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and yes, we are back to Planet Crafter. So about a week or two ago, probably 3 at this point, they released the moon updates, which allows you to travel between the planets. Now I'm on Humble, but not Humble as you would have known it from my last Let's Play, because I didn't have all this in that save. So I basically started again. There was a I made a comment which was verified that wasn't going to happen. Basically they said you can't import saves. So I've gone from my old Prime save, and I had to do Humble all over again. So the last week and a bit, or 2 weeks and a bit, I have been redoing Humble. So Humble is finished again. I have learned some things. For the new update. For starters, we get, I really shouldn't have put that there. All these satellites you have to do again. All these satellites, they're there. Now you do have some new things, which is the tier 2 map rocket, which if I go into my maps and I scroll out, you can now see these fish eggs, and you can see where, in the case of Humble, where you can find mushrooms and larvae. I love one of the updates they did to this, and I know this is probably going to be quite a bit before we get to where I actually want to go. I'm going to go to my rocket pads so I can show you this. Yes, we have all our rockets, but if I go over here, and this is something we'll use in the new update, you have these, which are called harvest robots. They harvest larvae, so it now makes it so much easier to collect larvae for everything. Now, to get to another planet, you may notice this is here. I've experimented a little bit. That's the pod I used to get from Prime to here, because I went back to Prime, and yeah, long story. Anyway, basically you get, you get 2 ship options, and why do I keep flying over the top of you? Just grab the ladder, for God's sake. There's 2 rocket options. I can't really show it right now, but you get the ones that allow you to leave the planet, and this one which allows you to jump to the next planet. Now, I point out I have these in here. I have tried to start, I did start Humble with nothing, and not knowing what the moons are going to be like, I don't trust that I'm going to get stuck, considering one of the updates for this already basically said that there's a satellite on one of the moons that has all the resources to get off it. So I have at least made sure I can get off the planet if I need to. This is all the usual stuff. I always forget where I put my teleporter. There it is. Now, once again, before we get anywhere, I do highly recommend, I highly recommend that you at least have a decent crystal collection, because the rockets you use to get to these locations are one way. You cannot land a rocket and go back. You have to rebuild that rocket all over again. Not the rocket pad, which is here, extraction rocket. You do not have to do the platform again. You do have to build the rocket again. So yeah, make sure you have ample crystals, because for the most part, at least from Humble, we have a decent supply of other resources. The crystals, you're basically going to be farming a lot of from the portal. Now, there's one thing I've managed to do in this playthrough for Humble that I couldn't do in my last one, because I didn't realize there was a problem. Well, not a problem, but something I didn't want to do. You get, I'll go back this way. I know this is a lot of build up, I apologize, but you can find cosmic quartz, as a collectible in boxes. So when I got to Humble, the planet took into account where I was level wise with all my gear. This is all stuff I got except for a couple of things that I got from Prime. Yes, the planet started at the beginning, but all this come with me. Also everything that was in my inventory, which wasn't really anything. So in saying that, yes, you will need to make sure you have a decent crystal collection, because if you come back here and you don't have portals access and all that, you're not going to have access to those crystals unless you start pulling the quartz apart. We do have a new interface, which is this one. So we have upgrades here. I've already got a few. So you have the interplanetary exchange shuttle. I haven't built it. You have the delivery depot. I haven't built it because as far as I'm concerned, I want them to survive on the resources that they've got themselves. I've got the oxygen tank and I've got the backpack, which honestly the backpack didn't really pick out anything for me. These are the 4 locations. So there's your Prime, there's your Humble, we have Selenea, and we have Aquilus. Now I haven't landed on them. As you can see there's 0 here. I haven't been there. We can zoom in on them and we'll do Selenea. We'll do that one first. So you have these unlockables, and this is the stuff you got to do. Final form at 5.00 TTI, which is basically just above where Humble is at the moment. These keep upgrading too, which what they level up is what gets you this stuff. So this looks very much like Humble, and Aquilus, which is this one, from the description here, is basically a Subnautica planet. Now, I don't want to jump the gun. I am excited for that, but I'm not going to jump the gun because there's a few things on here I wouldn't mind having, like the tier 2 asteroid rocket, actual having proper access to the growth multiplier. But in saying that, I will say at least I have found it is probably a better idea to take your time leveling up, because when I got to Humble, I was getting pink crystals, I was getting advanced materials, but honestly I think it's easier and better if you just do the main steps and slowly progress. Yes, it'll take longer, but we'll just play it by ear. Alright, so I've got food just in case, because I don't know what it's going to be like when we get there. So I'm just going to eat a bit because I want full health and everything. So we are going to be leaving Humble behind where it's raining. Now I'm doing this episode based on time because I don't know how long it'll take us to develop things. So I don't want to say, well, we'll do it to the first location, first terraformation index, and then all of a sudden we get it done in a minute. So yeah, so I couldn't do this while I was doing Necropolis. Because I didn't want to do 3 episodes. But I had planned for Necropolis to finish before this update came out, and that didn't quite happen, obviously. So, right, let's go to, what was it? I've forgotten the name of it already. Well, we'll have a look here. Selenea. Selenea? I gotta look up somewhere to see how to pronounce that, but yeah, Aquilus, that's how I'm pronouncing. We'll just call it Selenea. Sounds right. It's just the E, extra E there. Now it does suggest, I almost made a blooper. Almost buggered up. There is one thing I want to take, and that is my vehicle, just as an emergency. Oh, I must already have it. Where did I put it? Unless I accidentally stored it. Did I put it on the shuttle? I don't think I did. It should have been in my inventory. Let's have a quick look. Oh, wrong rocket. Yep, there it is. So it recommends that you have enough resources for your rover, enough for an interplanetary rocket, which was what we have, and enough for an extraction platform. So we have all that. So I can build a platform, I can build a rocket, and I have my vehicle, which I'm taking with me. All right, let's leave Humble and let's go to Selenea. And here we go. Yes, you have to build an extraction platform to get up the planet, which is actually a moon. Now, I was going to do the whole, you know, you see the ship landing on the planet like you do the other two, but you have access to Selenea at the beginning. If you go through the main menu, you can't get access to Aquilus. So I don't know if that's because they defined it as too hard or what. So yeah, I'm not recording any of that. All right, low power. Ooh. Well, I'm going to do something because I really need to do this. Yep, that's not what I wanted. Try that again. So normally I'd use like, normally I'd use things like wallpapers and that for the different games, but this doesn't currently have one. So I'm going to use that as that one. All right, so I'm going to grab my rover just so we have spare oxygen. Now we have this over here. So I don't know where I'm building yet. Also, I've seen this on the Humble only because of the update. So yeah, I'm gonna actually reveal all the upgrades. I don't know where I'm building. Ooh, so I have to figure out where exactly a possible river formation will form. I don't know the story behind this. Hopefully this will actually tell us, because this is free. That's explosives. Is this? Yeah, that's explosives. All right. Also, I've been spotting these. There's a lot of things I've been spotting on my Humble playthrough, which I didn't have much use for. No, can't control it. We got obviously circuit boards here. Obviously my oxygen's going down real low. I'm as fun as it might be, I'm not getting rid of all my upgrades. Like, I've even still got the warden key detector. We got chips, got heaters. I don't know if this is farm we can use. I'm just gonna see if I can actually drop my vehicle here, just so at least we have an emergency oxygen tank to run back to. Oh, we got power here, that's all right. We got space suits, we got hurt plants and stuff, which that's going to be an issue eventually. That's what I mean. Like, I'm getting Terra tokens and quartz, and this place has just started, so... Oh, that's a bit busted. Got a heater. So obviously this place is frozen. You know, it's yeah, frozen. I was gonna say freezing, but I've already said it. I don't know if there's stories behind this, or it's just simply a thing of just terraforming it. I would hope that there's some sort of story in here. Go quickly grab some air. Oh, by the way, I downgraded to my basic level speed because honestly I felt that the travel speed for the rover was way too fast, especially when you are not in open spaces. All right, we got melts. I should just collect these terra tokens. Just start building that up. Got beds. Got no computer. Oh, but we have a computer. We have no power, I should say. Maybe I need to get power. Like, I don't even know how big these... Oh, here we go. Construction report. The construction site is progressing well, and we're still on schedule, despite being a little late due to minor tool issues. This year, this year's cold weather is causing some machines to malfunction, but overall everything is going well. I can't wait to inaugurate this new dome. It will make our lives even more comfortable. I hope Ari likes the new children's area. Okay, that's just a little bit disconcerting that there was children here and everything froze. Now I'm going to assume that you just can't ooh, another reactor there. I'm just going to assume that you can't just start building here. You will have to get somewhere else. I think I've already been in here. I'll take that. Might just grab a few of these plants. I'm going to need them. I'll be able to come back at least. Oh, okay, so got some extra food, and I wasn't going to eat that, but apparently I am now. All right, we got tier 4 heater. So this does, at least playing it this way, it does make it a little bit easier when it comes to, you know, discovering things. Oh, I must have been in the other areas that was very much like that. We have what looks like garden plots or something. All right, how low? I don't know. Can we just build here? I don't know. That just doesn't seem right. All right. Now I don't know how. Oh, there's a reactor in there. Nuclear reactor. Oh, I'm not going to break my own rules yet and start doing things like that. I'll just make sure to remember where that is. I don't know. There's a lot here. So that's our new resource. So that's as far as it goes, but I don't know if and or where. First steps to veg tube and reach blue sky. Right now I just see black. I'm just trying to come up with a conclusion of where potentially water could be forming, because I'd like to actually do that this time. Last time I accidentally put it in the wrong spot. That seems a bit, I was gonna say that seems too deep, but you never know, honestly. They're like dishes. Because like this could all just end up with water. Wow, look at that play. Like we've seen that. That actually might be humble. That might be not humble. That could actually be prime. I'm in the thing of that I have a feeling we may have to shift the base at some point, because I think we might end up probably building in the wrong spot. Also, as much as it was nice to build that base in the cave, it didn't work out perfectly well considering when I wanted to put the rockets down. I'm just generally trying to figure out where. Oh, this might. Yeah, maybe. Well, they built a. That's pretty damn deep. This is where my resources start disappearing. I really don't know where to start building. like in saying that I didn't have a clue. I admit I do have the feeling that this is going to become a water area when things start melting. All right, let's bite the bullet and we'll start building the base here. All right, we're gonna put this down so we don't suffocate any further. Right, let's do the basics, shall we? Now it looks like we have cobalt, which is nice because Humble didn't give us cobalt last time. We'll go grab titanium. What's that? Looks like gold. Magnesium. I'll turn the torch on. Magnesium. We need some. Oh, that's silicon. I'll need it anyway. I think we need 3 iron. I'm just trying to think how I actually want to start to look this base. I still got to figure out where the heck to find aluminum yet. Alright, let's try this. If it'll let me build. Alright, maybe we'll try it this way. Alright, that there. Put ourselves a door, so now we at least won't suffocate. Alright. Let's grab some titanium. Got some ice there. Actually, you know what I should do? That would actually be a wiser idea. I'm gonna take all that and we'll just put it in my little vehicle here. It just occurred to me we're gonna need heat. Of course I can't take it because I've got stuff in it. We're gonna need heat, so maybe we should try to find a source of iridium. Let's see, we've got ice. Like, for all I know, I literally do need to get the resources from the different locations. I might actually have to take some time between episodes just to explore a bit. I'm just going to go back here because I did see that doorway. I just want to see if we can learn a bit more. But I do have the distinct feeling we're probably going to have to knock off some heaters somewhere until I can start getting things going. Come on, good old friend jetpack. Go. Maybe I should have just been keeping my eye out for dead resources. So now we... Ooh. That's very yellow. Whoop. Shouldn't have done that. Don't get stuck. Okay, so we have dust storms on this planet that apparently change the lighting. Sure, let's go with that. Now I gotta try to get back up again. Alright, let's try this again, because I jumped off the bridge by accident. Hang on. Blue container. Take that one. Do we have oxygen? No, we do not. Yeah, it's a button. You have an access card, so that's something. I'm going to take that iridium and the uranium, because I don't know when I'm going to need it. Especially if I can't find anywhere for oxygen. Elevator temporarily disabled for safety reasons. Alright, I'm gonna go out and get some oxygen before I suffocate. Be all professional, then all of a sudden die. Although admittedly I do have... Oh, hang on. Okay, so we got 3 cards. Yes, we have tier 2 rockets. Suppose I could have kept that explosive out of, but I can't disintegrate anything because I don't have any of those upgrades. Any of those functions. Ooh. Okay. 0 power. Do I have to activate? There we go. Some more information. There's another card. What a discovery this deposit is. If we had known we would find it on this planet, we would have worried a lot less. It should allow our colony to do real well in the future and help us suffer much less from the precarious condition of our settlement. All right, so they're still calling it a planet. I would have figured it was just going to be a moon, so considering this is the moon update. Quite a sight. So there's some resource they found on this planet, which I assume could be these crystals under us. I'm not going to take the bark yet. I can't much use for it. Another access card. No data there or there. I wonder if starting power up on this planet will actually make it easier. I'm going to call it a planet because I think that's pretty much what they are anyway. Crystals, small crystals, and I'm gonna say bacon, but it's bark. Alright, so apparently something happened and I now have all the things to get down the elevator. Take it for what it's worth. We have nuclear reactors. Today's big day. It's the day the main rotors are activated. It took a lot of courage and effort to get here, but it was worth it. I feel like fate is giving us a small nudge to congratulate us on everything we've done to get here. Ooh, that raises a lot of questions. What did you do? I have to go and get some oxygen too. I'm assuming there's a lift here or something. Is that a lift? Ooh, that's that deep. That's deep. Can't climb the ladder. That's helpful. Oh, run out of oxygen. Keep going the wrong menu. I'm kind of... I want to find a heat zone. There's got to be a heat zone somewhere. All ice. That's all ice. I might have to just scavenge, scout, whatever the word is. What's that? What's this? Is it just a set of stairs, perhaps? But I think to actually do this, apart from knocking resources off, I think we are going to have to scavenge from elsewhere. So the question is, where did we... Where did we start from? I might just try go back to the base we were at. Alright, so we went here, I'd say down here. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try the scavenge method because I don't know if there's any heat anywhere. And I don't know where we're getting water from, but we're gonna have to use ice for a while anyway. So we won't go overly stupid. So this might be just one of the ones where I build a little base here, a little base there, and just go from there. I think I am going to have to just knock off resources. That's cobalt. To actually get anywhere with this. Yeah, it could be behind the ice for all I know. But I do know that obviously the option is that you can just take resources from your other planets and bring it here, but I think that's rather boring. So I think I might just build our initial base over here, because at least we're close to some heat and whatnot, or at least some heaters. Don't think I'm going to go for that nuclear reactor yet. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. Who would have thought we'd be here where we are today? We've come a long way since our arrival. It hasn't all been easy, but we've held on and never given up. Our ideals have carried us this far, and I'm proud of what we've achieved. Despite some minor tension within the group, morale is very high. Alright, well there's our computer chip, but once again I'm going to be getting into areas I probably don't want to be going into yet. But we'll do that just to empty it out. Alright. Let's see if I can actually build under the... I want to say I could probably build under here. I'm a little bit closer to things. And I don't know what that just did. Alright, so... let's just try building a basic base. Oh, we can. Very good. Excuse me. Put that there. It's like part of me's thinking I could just easily build things where they are. I don't really need a base, so to speak, so I'm not sure. Because if I do this, like I'm thinking I'm doing, alright, so that's... oh, I need, ooh, would that work? I mean, let's do a couple of solar panels, just see what happens. Alright, so I can't build the solar panels on here. So or do I just not have the resources? No, I've got the resources. So what happens if I do this? Right. That gave us power. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, we just ran out of power again, but I really don't know how I feel about just building inside the damaged. Well, how about just so I can get a rough bearing with what I'm doing, right? We do that, so we at least have somewhere we don't suffocate. And since we can't build... Got no silicon left. I'm assuming that I'm not pulling this stuff apart. I'd prefer it actually stays there. So what are your T2 heaters? If I grab you two... Alright, so we'll do the Subnautica method. And just keep things up here. I need 2 cobalts. There's 1. There's 2. So I just want to try and get a little bit of power going for starters. Wait. That light come on. Wait. What? Alright, let's just... I'm just curious. Alright, so that light's always been on. Alright, light, it's got me very curious. Alright, so I'm gonna build that there. I'll build a couple of heaters just to get us going. Deconstruct that and build just 2 tier 2 heaters. 1. Must have been from something I built before. The silicon. Well, we got the tier 2 planet rocket, so that's something. So we do... I'm still trying to figure out whether we have... What do I want? Titanium and silicon. Silicon... Titanium? Alright, we'll put... that there. Alright, I want to build a couple of desks. Oops, wrong button. One. How are you not fitting there? God, I hit the right button, but I don't realize I don't need to hit it. Food level low. Alright, so basically that's just going to be in the way anyway. Alright, let's put some windows in. We need some food, we need some water. See, that's going to be my problem. So it gets bright when it's storming, but not so much. I'll grab that. Grab that. While I'm thinking of it, we need power station 2, and we at least need... I found some beans. So we at least need a tier 1 food grower 2. Alright, so we'll grab another one of these. Yes, I'm probably doing some dumb things. Iron. Yes, I could probably make it easier on myself if I deconstructed everything, but I don't know, I just find that rather boring. That there. Alright, so we need silicon and aluminum. See if we can find some more. There we go. That's what I wanted. I was thinking I might have to deconstruct one of those heaters. Alright, so we're going to build tier 2 bits crafter. Just put that there for now. We're going to put a... Alright, I need iron. Then I want to build a few screens at least. Where are we? Here we go, food grower. I knew that was going to happen. So iron and silicon. Grab a couple more iron. Silicon. Want another cobalt and another iron. That'll give me 2 lots of extra power. Yes, I know there's a nuclear reactor in there, but yeah, I'm doing this the fun way. Alright, that gives us our power back. And we'll put our beans in there so we can at least grow some food. I'll have to find some more aluminum. Alright, let's do a few screens. Alright, so we want the terraform screen, screen progression, blueprints, power, mapping. Oh, I wouldn't say we need mapping. Transmissions. Can't do daily orbital because I don't have osmium yet. Biomass is too soon and I don't really have the resources for the solar system. Alright, so we need at least 5 iron. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 2 magnesium, which I've already got 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 7 silicon? No. Maybe? Yep. 7 silicon. 2, 3. Come on. 4. 5. 6. And 7. Along with 2 cobalts. 1 and 2. We'll see if I need to build another table too. Yeah. Well, not everything's going to go on the table, so that can go there. And progression screen can go here for the moment. Barren to water cycles. Upgrade screen can actually go to the side. Power screen's more important, so that can go in the middle. Transmission screen, if we actually get any. I think that's it. 1, 2, yep, that's everything. Alright, so we are almost out of power again. This is obviously giving us transmissions from all the old ones. Well, 2014, 2015, 2013. Oh, 2013, I shouldn't say, not 2013. So we have something of a start. I'm going to need to get veggie tubes up and running. Ice, iron, and magnesium. I've got 3 plants. So 3 more irons. Might as well get 3. 1, 2. We might need to build another area. Otherwise the plants and the heaters are going to be right next to each other. Get 3 magnesium. And 3 iron. 1 silicon, iron, and iron. Alright, just for now, I'm going to put them here until I do some base expansions. 1, 2. I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. Right, we'll put those in there for now. How much room have I got left up there? To that side, to that side. I say we get enough for 4. So 4 irons, 8 cobalts. 1, 2, 3. Got both of you. 4. 5. 6, yep. 7, 8. 2 more irons. 1, 2, and there's that silicon, yep. One, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, let's give ourselves a little bit more power. One there, one there. One there. One there, so that gives us 8 solar panels. Yes, we basically skipped the wind turbines. Current stage is barren. Maybe because I haven't got the pressure up. Alright, so we'll build 4 drills. Yes, I realize this episode's rather long. This is considering we're just getting things started and how long the intro went for. You know, I think I can go a bit. 1, 2, 3. Now this is definitely going to have to come over here because otherwise it's not drilling into anything. Now I need 4 more irons. 1. Now, like I said, I could have easily gotten my resources from the other locations, but where's the fun in that? I think we'll just build them over here. What's the difference between 1 and 2? More titanium, but I'll probably run out of power. So 4 more titaniums. We'll see if it doesn't kill our power supply. 2, 3, 4. Is that the right one? Yeah, tier 2 drill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's see how the index is going with that. Still at 0.0%. Well, you're making it a little bit harder, aren't you? So I must either have to get my heating up a lot, or maybe the index doesn't count. Uh-oh. Well, at least there is one bonus to being over here. At least I don't have to worry about the asteroids. I got little plants so far grown. Maybe not. So there you go. So I think I'll leave this here because I'm not quite sure how about the terraformation index. Maybe I need to send an F8 report and say that it's not actually telling us where it's up to, because do we need to reach blue skies before we get to barren? I don't know, because normally I didn't pay much attention to it. So maybe we do. Maybe we do need to get to 175,000 before we start getting water cycles and stuff. There we go. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. And apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.